What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? We are back again with another 90-day fiance video, and this one right here is all about Memphis. Now, earlier on today, I did make a video about Memphis regarding Hamza's sister Rawia, who came out to say that her brother Hamza has been suffering from the fact that Memphis is preventing him from seeing his own daughter, despite the fact that the courts say that he can. And because of that, well, it seems as if Memphis has come out with her own response. And as you can see right now, my apologies, on your screen, Memphis has come out with a post saying, "Don't ever let someone make you feel guilty because they are suffering the consequences of their own actions." Now, at the same time, earlier on today when I did make the video, I did say that even though Hamza's sister is coming out and saying that her brother is suffering because Memphis is preventing him from seeing his daughter and also not even sending pictures or videos, I did say that at the same time though, Hamza's sister may be under the perception that maybe Memphis is preventing him from seeing his child, but maybe that's not the reality. Maybe the reality is that Hamza may not be making the efforts that's needed. Because really and truly, before all this happened and started opening up a bit more and more, Memphis did come out to say that even when her and Hamza were together, Hamza would refuse to do certain father duties. And also on top of that, he also refused to make a connection with her own kids as well, which was obviously something that led to their breakup in the first place. Now, at the end of the day, we'll never really know the ins and outs of what's really happening within these two, but I still strongly believe that Hamza has not been making the efforts, in my opinion, or at least enough efforts to see his child, simply because I'm always seeing this guy on social media posting pictures of himself, videos of himself, and I sit there and I say to myself, if you got time to attempt to be a model, shouldn't you be using that time to be trying to find a way to see your child anyway in any means necessary? And this isn't a case of where he doesn't know his education on the law, because his sister most certainly does. And also he does live in Chicago with someone who's from the US. So therefore they do know the laws. And at the end of the day, if Hamza was or is preventing him from seeing his child, you would think that he would go to the next level of making sure that the authorities, that the courts would arrange a time and day where Memphis must abide by those rules. But here's the thing though, if that's the case, that is not happening, then that clearly means that, well, Hamza isn't really making the movements that's needed to really force a movement so he can see his own daughter. But hey, we don't really know what's happening. We definitely don't know what Hamza's telling his sister. And I can only imagine that Hamza's sister and mother are always asking Hamza, can we see pictures? Can we see videos? And he's probably sitting there saying, I have no pictures, I have no videos. And the reason why I have no pictures and videos is because Memphis is not allowing me to see my child. But again, how do we know that is the truth? How does Hamza's sister even know that is the truth? And that is always going to be the biggest problem when it comes to Hamza and Memphis. Us not really knowing who is telling the truth. But in my own opinion, if I was in Hamza's position and the courts have said that I can see my child and the mother of my child is preventing me from seeing my child, I'm going back to the courts and I'm saying to him, listen, I've tried time and time again. She keeps blocking me. Can we have some sort of range where she has to, where it's on record that if she doesn't abide by these rules, there's going to be something. That doesn't work, you go into the next plan. We haven't seen that. We haven't heard nothing about that. All we've seen is big pictures, little videos of my man trying to be a model. And really and truly, if these efforts were made, I'm sure he would have made this known. At least a little bit of it. But instead of making it known, he rather goes down the route of seeking sympathy time and time again. And now he's got to a stage where even his sister is now seeking sympathy for him as well. But hey, you let me know what you think. I'm just laying out there, obviously, all the aspects that I think. It's up to you guys to let me know what you think. But as far as I'm concerned, I do generally believe that when Memphis does say, don't ever let someone make you feel guilty because they're suffering. If you ask me, this whole time, each time Hamza has posted anything in relation to his daughter, there's always been a sympathy act to guilt trip. And how many times can you keep pushing a sympathy act for guilt trip when it doesn't work? If it's not working, then clearly there's another bigger problem. And the bigger problem could be anything. If you ask me, I just think he's not making the right efforts or not at least making enough efforts. But let me know what you're thinking and we'll talk about it. Like, subscribe, peace.